minute early just to give me a chance to settle. Hi Mel. I wasn't aware that the chat definitely worked live before I actually went live with the stream. But hey, we're here now. So, random Smuggler Saturday today. Because Risha is being returned in update 5.7. So, this is the only smuggler I now have in Kotvi, Kota, etc. No worries, Mel. So this is the only smuggler I have who actually was my first character I created on the American server. And so he has the same name as one of my elves in Lotro because I had a crisis in naming imagination. So yeah. So he's my only smuggler in Kotvi, Kota. So, as Rishu is being returned, we're going to be running Umbara and Capero. And it's also the first time I've done those two flashpoints on a on a ranged DPS. So, I'm expecting some errors, let's say. I know feeling a lot of your well, not just me then. I think this is the only character that shares a name with the Lotro people. I've eventually got into how to name Lotro characters, and vice versa here. So, hi Kaylin. Great to see you. So this is a rare stream from the American server. We're not on Darth Whatever today. We are in fact on Starforge. Lost of Melindra and Lindira. You have those on the Old Republic as well. Fair enough, okay. Right, cool. In which case, let's get started. The only hiccup I have... There's two hiccup places I could hit in Umbara. One is there's generally a low FPS on the main boss fight on the train on Umbara. And as I've never done ranged DPS before, I'm not sure how well the spider droid will go. But we'll see. But this is to get Kathir ready for Risha's return in Tuesday's patch. I'm not sure which day I'll play Tuesday's patch, but yeah. Hi new thing, good to see you too. Haven't created Vith on Lotro yet, but probably going to be a high elf. Vith the Sith, if you're creating a high elf, are you going to create a more negative, sultry high elf? I finally created my sort of more negative character in Lotro. So usually there are really good guys or girls, and my male bear is a very, very grumpy old soul. I asked how far our smugglers have yet to get in alliance alerts. I asked how far smugglers... Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know don't know if there is an answer to that or whether we'll just get them, Kaylin. I've got most things here. I've got to do Little Boss to be able to do Gus on this character, so I haven't done that yet. It might be that for getting the companions that are coming in Tuesday's patch, for story purposes, it might just be you have to have completed Kotet rather than Alliance alerts. That would be my guess, but we'll have to see about that. Hi Faffy, thanks for joining. Your Gunslinger is only on chapter 11 of Kotvi. Yeah, I still think it would make more sense because of the way his story's gone for the companions to have found out where you are because of your galaxy-wide transmission about being Emperor, Empress, or Peacekeeper. So, yeah, unless it's it would be hard for it to be consistent story writing, for it to be really random and be playable. I wouldn't put it past Bioware, by the way, but it would be really odd if it was just... It could be playable at any point in Kotvi Kotet. But we'll have to see what happens. And finally, my Talitha on Darth Malgus server will be getting Andronicus back after 2+ years of waiting. So I need to write a preview story in the build-up to that. But hey, okay, now we've got a few people in the room. Your Gunslinger's nowhere near Kotvi Kotet yet. Yeah, we will be taking Siani, who we're normally streaming on Smuggler Saturday, through it eventually. But I'm not rushing to that point. Right, let's trigger the cutscene here. Let's move from Iokath and hit Crisis on Umbara. Let's go. Your sage has done contact up to Capero. Oh, I won't have done any of the raids. I've not done any of the raids. Not done Gods of the Machine on Iokath either. On any character for that matter. Excuse the slightly slow load times. I'm hoping we don't have the lags today, so fingers crossed. The other day when I was trying to play Capero on both servers, in fact, I ended up with half-second to second lags, and I wasn't the only person who was experiencing those either. Right, so we need to go to the Alliance staging area. And I'm hoping my meds take away some of the sound of me having this cold. We've all got a cold or a bug in the house now. So, yes, I apologise for sniffling.
Nobody better mess with us now.
And including Capero, really hate the heights. I hadn't noticed it with Capero, but if you can pretty much avoid not looking down on Capero. New thing. I'm going to spoil myself now because I've not played Umbara and everything after it. Thanks, Kaylin. Yeah, sorry, Mel, we've not got Gus today, so there won't be any. Whee! I heal you with Jedi powers. Honest. Yeah, I mean, this will only do spoilers. Kathir is generally a good guy. He's not in for revenge, so a few of the choices at least will be light side on this. So we'll see. Faffy. Go for it.
Commander, fresh news from the war on Iokath. Imperial gunners shot down one of our transports. Republic's helping us recover our losses, but we're locked in a stalemate.
Hi, Taffet.
You always know how to cheer me up. What about our hunt for the traitor in our ranks?
We're questioning everyone from the usual suspects to your top advisors. So far, everyone looks clean. We'll find the traitor, but these mole hunts take time.
Yeah, Talitha doesn't take dark side choices anymore. In her apprenticeship, she had to take less than ideal choices just to not get on her master's dark side. Well, yeah, bad side. But yeah, Kathir can take dark choices, especially when money's involved. But he's generally true to his word. Who are your top suspects?
If you had to guess, who do you think betrayed me?
Honestly, the longer we search, the more I think someone planted the traitor idea to turn you against your own people. We could be facing an outside threat. Maybe a past rival, someone who wants you dead.
Lighten up, Theron. Things aren't all doom and gloom.
Well, you look cheery today, Lana. Did Galt spike the calf again?
Even better. I found a lead. Alliance agents picked up a signal from the shadow world of Umbara. It's encrypted with the same algorithm the traitor used on Iokath. They're still on the planet, helping our Imperial rivals grab a massive stockpile of Adegan crystal.
This stinks of a trap.
The traitor already lured me into one ambush on Iokath. I won't walk into another.
This time, I'll have your back.
As will I. The Empire won't give up their precious crystals without a fight.
Both sides have tinkered with Adegan crystals for years. Part of an arms race to build a new arsenal of superweapons.
If we move quickly, we can corner the traitor and hijack those crystals. Intel says they're on an Umbaran supply train headed
No
to
worries,
the
Mal.
city.
Then we leave now. The traitor won't escape us this time.
I feel like we keep getting these references to super weapons. At what point do you become a super weapon and ultra weapon? I don't know. Because they use the Adegan crystals on Ilum for creating a stealth armada. That was the whole Darth Malgus and Darth whatever scenario. We haven't done Umbara for a while. I'll try not to die. Died in a flipping story line on Iokath yesterday. I was really annoyed because they had to get, in fact Kaylin's in the room, had to get her to come and help me out because one of these droids bugged out and it actually couldn't be damaged. An ultra weapon can blow up the whole galaxy. Let's not go in there. Let's have an ultra weapon and then everyone's dead, Dave. Yes, I have jumped into instance portals before. It's not so bad in Star Wars. I've had quite a few instances on Lotro where walking to it doesn't do it. So it's just a habit now of jumping into them. I don't always do it, but I'm more prone to doing it.
The train is on the move, and the traitor's on board.
You got it, Mel! Yes! It was indeed a Red Dwarf reference. Right. Let's go. We can have a look at the scenery once you get off the train.
Have a lock on the traitor's signal. They're near the front of the train.
Hello.
Seize the crystals!
Lucky us.
Oh wow, the FPS is choppy. I don't remember it being this bad. Haven't changed any settings either. Maybe it's because I'm actually aware of it today.
The commander! Attack!
How about no? ICAS instances are messed up recently. Yes, I think too easy. Are you in the room? Not yet. Okay. Are we out of combat? Yep. The FPS will pick up once we get off the train. I think there's just too much smoke and things
Train
here.
is littered with traps.
Can I hit those? Are they too far away? No, they're too far away.
The commander! Attack!
Oh, yes. Ranged is a little bit easier. Oh, I didn't step on that thing. I went round it. Nice blasters. Thank you. I got some very nice, what are they called? My brain's not working while I'm trying to actually kill things. These things. Tunings. That's it. Someone gifted me some tunings, so really nice. So I think they're both Are they both ICAF ones? What have I got? So I've got the Technolith Matrix one on my main hand, and oh yeah, they are both the same, just they come in different colours because of the crystals in them. Right, can I go over that line rather than triggering the trap? Yes. Where are my companions? No, there's no companion lag bug. No, they're just stood up there for fun. Oh, great. Oh yes, these are the Zakulan Exile blasters. Yes, the actual blasters themselves. My preferred.
Seize the crystals!
The lines can be disabled on the side, okay. I think I've tended to play in desperation mode on, certainly on Umbara, because it's just from one line of chaos to another line of chaos. I didn't step on it, I was walking round it. Grrr. Oh, there's a spinning medic. And yes, I use these on my 2 mercs as well. Now, I used to always use them. I think that's a button when I've been walking around it. I think that's actually a button. I've not been noticing that's the case. Right, we're out of combat. Yes. Are we all here this time? I crossed a line. I crossed the line and now you must die. Yes. Fair enough.
Destroy the Alliance!
I wish I knew for certain if I could find a setting that not disabled but reduced steam and smoke and things, because that tends to be where I get the biggest FPS hit. But I couldn't find one that definitely was that, unless anyone else is aware of it. Yay, back on top of the train. It's amazing how long this journey takes if you don't make any progress on it. It's an infinite track. Three people and not the entire alliance. No, but they might take the view that if you take out the leader, you can destroy an alliance by that, which is, I guess, what people have hoped so far in the story. That was certainly the minister's attempt to kill you with Suresh. Take out the head, and then you can take it. Then you can sort of take over from that point if you really want to. But an alliance should be seen to be a cooperation of people, not limited to solely who leads it. But yeah. And that's some thoughts I'll be going into in some of my fan fiction writing fairly soon. Is what does the alliance look like without its current leader? Just in some thoughts for story.
The commander! Attack!
Attack! Oh look, he's just hit me with a thermal detonator, one of the oldest tricks in the book. I don't mind fighting dirty on this character, definitely not. Right, got that one. Phew, and get a breath. Taking over is not destroying. No, that's very true. Oh, fun. Are these totally shielded? Are they... And it just says armor increased. It's 10-second cooldown on it. I was going to say rhythm stick for thermal detonator works. Hit me with your frag grenade. Hit me.
Take a breath.
What? No loot from a gold mob? And Mel didn't yell gold mob and he's dead, so it's probably too late for all of us.
Much for idle chatter.
Take my advice. Don't look down.
And that's the last bit of advice he'll give you. Right.
We're closing in on the traitor's signal.
Whee! Comment lag on stream. Yes. There is a slight
Destroy the alliance!
because the live chat on the video is done through a third-party service. There is a slight delay in someone typing a chat and it appearing directly on the video. I think I see it fairly quickly after it's been typed. I think.
Can we do something dangerous?
No, shall we do something dangerous? I think we're already doing something dangerous. Let's just keep doing the dangerous thing we're doing. I once made the stupid mistake of walking past these thinking, oh, maybe I can avoid going into the train. But these are what, 34 million HP turrets? Not advisable.
Avenge Empress Asina!
How can you stay out of stupid and not trigger the traps in this FP? Oh, still a turret. Hi, I think too easy. And also, now I've spotted that you're in the room. Thanks for following as well. Lan, if you don't think this is dangerous, I hate to find out what you do call dangerous. Maybe it's when we see the real critters later. I think it's like a few seconds delay. The delay between me saying something might just be because of the low FPS on this particular part of the flashpoint. Right. Now, Kalen said these are disableable. I think I must have just come through here in blind panic every time and didn't notice that yes, they are in fact disableable. Oh, shockingly, I have a decent connection at the moment. Right. Right, this is where, to warn you, the FPS will suffer. I will have to concentrate. Try not to die. No one, in fact, Mel, you can thank Kalen, Andrew Kalen, who's in the room at the moment, for that, because I didn't know that until today, because I sort of just run through going, stuff, need not to die. So I hadn't noticed the intricacies of it. Like, not only in the last run before this one did I realise you can go up on the crates, fire down on the, assuming you've got ranged abilities, of course, fire down on the exploding containers. To help explode those. Again, I just end up going through a blind panic and hoping I don't die. No, I mean from just you saying... Oh! Interesting. My connection is currently fine, so if there's a slight lag... I'll have to investigate that. By the way, champion mob, yes. In fact, you may as well call it twice, Mel. Now then, in this fight I tend to attempt to try and take out the technician first because of him setting up the cannons, but the Shadow Assassin does have pushbacks, which I have fallen off the train before because of those pushbacks. It doesn't reset the encounter, apparently. Encounter, that's a LOTRO term, I think. Right. 3, 2, 1... go. Let's try. Oh, of course I haven't just set up the technician first. Let's do that.
Protect the crystals.
You can't. You can't help it if you aggro the one mob you're trying not to kill first. Yeah.
My turrets will destroy you.
Yes, and it's. Oh, she's following me around with that one. Didn't get out of range. Where's the technician? See? Told you this is like blind panic method.
My turrets will destroy you.
You're not shielded. Are you shielded again? I don't notice that. Can I harm him again? 67%. Now I can. There we go. Slight delay. This is just so chaotic and noisy.
The crystals.
My turrets will destroy you.
If you can actually hear my voice over this, I'd be very surprised. I can barely hear my own voice. My volume's not that loud.
My turrets will destroy you.
I'd rather not die in the shadow, thank you, but nice offer. Oh, he's shielded again. Darn it. Technician, technician. Are you still shielded? No, you're not. Right.
You won't leave Umbara alive.
Will consume you.
Oh, take out the turrets to destroy the shielding. The problem is there's just so many turrets, and the longer he's allowed to go on, the more turrets there seem to be. So it's hard for me to balance that.
Critical failure.
Right, the turrets do not despawn, so we may as well... is there another one?
No! The crystals!
The crystals! The crystals! Hi, Flea Taxi. Oh, breathe. What did we pick up there? That was purple something. Oh, was that one of those... What did I pick up there? Oh, I got a recon data drop. I don't think that's happened before, has it? Unless I've just forgotten completely. Hi, Flea Taxi. I might have said that already, but... Who says critical failure when dying? That would be the technician? I have so many decorations I've not used on this server. I really could do with grinding this FP, but it's quite a hard grind. I need to get a stealther, really, so I could get the Umbara stronghold, but you have to do it a lot.
The traitor's on the other side of that door.
Oh, Faffy, I get what you're meaning. Who would say that?
That's impossible. According to the signal, they're still on the convoy. No!
Theron?
It's over, Commander. In a few minutes, this train will collide with that mountain range. You'll be
No worries, Mel. See you in a bit.
and I'll escape
Thanks for
with
popping
the
by.
crystals. Don't worry. You won't feel a thing.
To answer your question, Flea Taxi, my meds are roughly working, so I can breathe at the moment. Last night was tricky, and I didn't sleep very well. But hey, I was looking forward to doing 2 streams this week, so it's actually an achievement week. 2 streams and a blog post completed, so I've managed to do things despite how things are going at the moment, so tricky.
We defeated Valkorion together, and now you've betrayed me?
I didn't want it to come to this.
Shoot the chair
Luring
first.
you into that trap on Iokath was just the beginning. Ever since you defeated Valkorion, everything I've done has been towards one goal. The total destruction of the Eternal Alliance.
You helped build the Alliance. After everything we've been through, why tear it down now?
What I built was an end to the Eternal Empire, not this. I followed you because I believed you'd end the cycle of war. I thought we'd finally be free once you took down Valkorion. But the Alliance outgrew you. Now it's rotting from the inside. The galaxy's fighting back, and you've become a symbol of oppression. So much for your dreams of peace.
Yeah, my warrior on this server is romancing him as well, Kalen. I want my smuggler to say, screw this, I'm going back to smuggling. I can't be doing with this politics anymore. Just leave it. I'm going to go and do illegal stuff again. It was much more fun.
If you felt this way, you should have come to me first.
I wanted to tell you, but I knew you'd try to talk me down. I couldn't take that risk.
If you topple the Alliance, millions will die.
If that's the cost of peace, so be it. 30 seconds.
Yes, tap it.
This is goodbye.
I have shit back, I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm looking. There's a couple of my characters that want to get out of the Eternal Alliance once they've got their wives, partners, whatever back, and I'm trying to work out the headcanon of that. But like, K-Theatre here is like, this is not what I signed up for. I was thrown into this because of a silly message from Darth Maul. Oh yes, Faffy! Oh no! Yeah, out of context that could sound really, really bad. Yeah, I feel like, Kalen, I feel like actually once you get your ship back at Chapter 9 at Kotfi, you go like, right, I'm gonna go find Risha. And I'm just gonna go back to my old life. I didn't ask for any of this stuff.
Stop the train, Theron. We can still find peace, but we have to work together. Lana! Theron escaped.
No, now he's about to escape. Yeah, just catching your comment earlier about... Yeah, I'm just going to shoot this chair up a bit first. Apparently that chair was a key communications part.
Jump!
Jump! Right, we can enjoy this a little bit more now until we get to the... There is a really tough mob that has an achievement attached to it in the next part of the map, I think. I need to turn my own volume down because I'm yelling. And I think it's around here. I can't solo it. It actually has an achievement attached to it. Yeah, Kaylin, to pick on your comment about being potential Outlanders.
It's faint, but he's still on Umbara.
I've basically recreated characters I thought that shouldn't have been in Kotfi. My warrior who's romancing Theron does want to lead the Eternal Alliance and does want to work for peace, but can't do it without Theron. Talitha was in it until she's totally done with finding Andronicus, which is soon, and then I've got to work out, okay, is there a headcanon I can do with this, or are they actually going to give us a way out of running the Alliance, or have I just got to stop doing that content on Talitha? Kathir here, it can't be doing politics anymore, it's just, he's a bit fed up of all of it, and not being able to trust anyone, not being at the top and not actually having control of his life. I mean, that's the worst thing actually for a smuggler, isn't it? You're not controlling your own destiny anymore. Just plugged in headphones, I can hear background music but not FJ. A headcanon sounds dangerous. Yes, it does.
Stay alert. We're in Umbaran territory, and they won't be happy to see us.
We're in Umbara territory. The music on Umbara seems particularly loud compared to other parts of content that we've done on other streams, and I've turned it down for me. Ah! Shadow Assassin. They'll have to at some point. I expect something will happen where you have to sacrifice the Eternal Fleet. Yes, maybe that would actually make sense, Kaylin. They did say in a live stream, and I need to go back and listen to some others.
So Theron didn't take the whole shipment. Why?
Where they said, we've heard some people say, is there a way that we can return to Republic or Empire and not in the Eternal Alliance anymore? And they said, let's just say we've listened to that. So that's all they've said as far as I know. There's no more details to do with that, I don't think. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, of course, but it won't be in this update that we get more information on that. Or if it is, I'll be very surprised. I'm waiting for the spring roadmap.
Not surprised you survived the crash. I didn't think it would be that easy. But it buys me enough time to get off-world.
Theron, come back. We can talk about this.
We're long past that.
I don't understand. How did I not see this coming? Was I really that blind?
He fooled us all, Lana.
When I get my hands on him, he will regret betraying a Sith.
And thus begins a trend where Lana becomes more and more angry. Getting repairs. Her emails, which we'll read. Emails. Her hollow messages. After Capero become more and more. I think it's after Capero.
We should salvage as much as we can before the Umbarans claim
Get more and more angry. Well, oh, hi Ian. Yes, she is Sith, but actually, up until this point, she's been very practical and measured, almost a grey Sith. So it's like she's finally returning to her roots of being a Darksider, I suppose. I think Lana is in on it. She's a little too militant.
Make them fall.
You think Lana's in on the conspiracy thing? Even I wouldn't see that coming. Oh, I aggroed a bunch of... I do this on this planet. Aggro bunches of mobs I was not intending because I shoot or force a leap without looking where I'm going. That would be an interesting twist, Kalen, definitely. I mean, I have wondered whether some of the voice acting from Iokath was done right when you say I've got a traitor to deal with. Oh, I didn't want to kill... I don't like killing these injured Umbarans. Where on Iokath they say, who could possibly have done that? And I can't work out whether that voice acting was done to make you suspect both of them, or and therefore not get to the bottom of it, or whether it's just sort of accidental in that sense. So I might have read too much into Lana's tone that it was both like, who could have betrayed you? But why both your top advisors would stop you knowing about a threat to you, I don't know. Yeah, interesting. I am actually intrigued where the story goes. At one point I didn't think I was going to be able to learn that with the first version of Capero that took me 2.5 hours only to learn I had done the wrong version of Capero.
Commander, attack!
Here, this will help.
Oh, there's another one. That was nasty. Even on Andrew, it took a long time. Yeah, none of my characters have 246 gear. Definitely not on this server, where I don't know who's my highest command rank, whether it's him or my warrior, but I'm only on 37. Yeah, 37 here. Yeah, 2.5. I mean, the first character I do new content on is a Guardian on Darth Whatever, because she used to be with Doc at a time when I knew no better, I hasten to add, and I didn't like my characters going lonely. But she's my she's a defense Guardian, so, and I found newer content to be better on defense characters. Yeah, they take longer. But at least I've got less chance of dying. And so I knew it would take some time, but 2.5 hours was pretty rotten. And then to realise I'd done story and not solo, when up until that point story mode was the solo mode, because they ditched the term solo in favour of the term story a long time ago now. So that totally confused me. Thankfully they then fixed the auto. Once they auto bestow, I don't know what it's called in the Old Republic. They auto grant you the quest.
Here, this will help.
Tank is always best. Yes, my main used to be a shadow tank, and now I find it a really unnatural tanking method. So Guardian tank is natural. I'm still missing one more Adegan crystal container. Is that one over there? Yes, yes it is. Yes, so I do things on tanks first. The fights take longer, but they're slower. So although I have more buttons to press, I don't have to press them as quickly. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't mind... Oh, that's who Ian is. I wondered. So it's not a name I knew before. But it explains the Guardian... No, well, the tank comment. Right, continue following the traitor through the wreckage. Yes, we won't be doing the optional boss because I figured I couldn't do it. And because I created him before I found the legacy thing were buffed for companion influence, it means actually I don't have that many high level companions on this alt. So is Lana the highest at 20, apart from Risha? Risha is 23, I think. Where are the class ones? Unavailable 23. Yes, okay. Interestingly, during this flashpoint, you can't send your companions out on crew skills. Not really sure. Oh yeah, no, I do actually like playing my shadow tank, and I can do it. I just find it harder going now on the harder content than Guardian tank. I find I've got a much more natural rotation. Not the same thing over and over again as such, but the natural ability flow with my Guardian compared to my Shadow. Though I have to say I am joining with others now and thinking, why can't the Consular have some more people back? Nadia especially. Yay, look, it's a big, shiny, scary dude. Sorry, a Vixian Mauler. Same thing, really. Big, shiny, scary dude. And my love-hate relationship with ranged in these this bits of content. And everything since Kota has been, on the one hand, you can fire from distance, but as a lot of them have channeled abilities, you have to find the space to build up that channeling. Although at the moment he's just focusing on Lana, which means I'm not putting enough DPS probably. Just kick the monster. Yay. Ah. Concentration. I know in theory you should never die in solo stuff anymore, really. But I still have to think. Better now than trying to do some of this sort of stuff in an evening stream. There we go. And yes, we did... Oh, we got a Vixie Mauler Hollow. Yes, Alliance Recon data. Whoopee, 2 of them. It's a comfort familiarity thing, that's why it's different flavours. Yes, that's true. Same with heals, so I'm trying different healer specs now as well. So I've got my first... Now where's the path before I carry on yabbering? That way? Back down the... Do we need to go back down the hill? We don't go back through the train, do we go over the train? I think we go over the train, don't we? To people who are new to streaming, it's not solely my stream.
The be ridiculous.
But quote of the stream: all the stupid things that FJ says while not thinking and trying to play and talk to people at the same time. Right. Cool. We can breathe for a few minutes at least. I wish you guys could hear the noises the cat is making. I think it's only because of the noise of the game I don't hear the noise our cat makes, and he's down in the kitchen. He tends to mew at things, and we've got the extra intrigue of snow. Oh, the culling. This is like one of the first achievements. Oh no, second. 60 non-player creature components. And yes, Faffy has done this on at least, I know, my stream and Nel Nardis' stream. I don't know if other people have suffered, benefited. Depends on your point of view. It must have been in a very weird mood during my last Lotro stream because there were so many things that I looked back and was like, how did I end up saying that? Ah. The wail of the Banshee is a dying scream.
The commander! Attack!
Who's attacking? I didn't see any. The commander! Attack! Wait. Did that come from the Mantor? The Mantor was yelling, it's the commander, attack! Must have triggered one. Sounds and video things get triggered by invisible barriers, a bit like light gates in games. So we must have just accidentally passed one. No worries, new thing. Maybe see you when you get back. It's up to you. Or was that just a bit of gear that I don't need? Yeah. That's one talented Mantor. Yes. Ah, here we go. So, we need to go up to this wall and then back down again. And out. And back in again. And one more time. Out. And back in again.
Here, this will help. No getting around this. We'll need to find a way to blast through it.
I understand voices being triggered the closer you are near to them, but sometimes it's helpful to have to hear what they say. Has anyone managed to solo the optional boss in this one? And if so, what any tips on it? Because I just could not manage it even with a level 25. Companion and heroic moment. Oh wow, I did not realise how ugly that is. Feeling a little bit surrounded here, guys. Just go away. Hope this will help. Throws thermal grenade. Oh, if you trying to shoot the ads, she gets mad. Ah. So the normal take out the ads and then go for the boss actually works against you. You found missile launchers. Okay, I might have to give that a go again at some point then. Not on this stream because we're past that point now. Past the point of no return. Not really. We're not really past the point of no return. But yeah. Yay. I did it once, but that's what I remember. It's worth trying to do. I mean, I would only choose to do it once just for the achievement. It's like when we do when we do Capero, I probably won't do the bonuses because it'll take me...
We need to think about what we'll tell the Alliance.
It'll take me over an hour to do it without the bonuses. And I've already got the achievements for everything. I think I did it steadily on my first run on this server, so we'll have to see what time we get. I think it'll take me an hour and a half if I do the bonuses, so I'll have to see what time we finish Umbara first. Yes, Faffy. The same thing happens in various places in the game. So the first place I remember that effect happening is when you're escaping a cave on Tython. Am I even walking the right way? I think I might be walking the right way. You get rocks falling from the ground, and they just sort of disintegrate on impact. I think when I first started playing the Old Republic, I was trying to avoid them, then realised, oh wait, apart from the fact these rocks are falling through my head, they're not hurting me at all. So they use that effect in various places, but I'm not sure I'd want to be trying to avoid debris and banshees and. No, they don't vanish that quickly, or at least they didn't at least. Ah, I wish I saw that then. Huh. It's only blue. I quite like the fact that in this FP you got some gathering nodes. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure there are more crystal nodes than metal scavenging. I think. Right, I think we're coming up to the final boss. Yes. I will try not to die here. I've never done this on ranged DPS, and I really struggle with the number of adds that this boss brings. And my Lana's only... Oh, she's level 20. I've done it on a lower level Lana than that.
I've got you.
If there's a medical droid here, I might pick up a command stim. Oh, there's a tiny one. Missing one. Why am I still in combat? Oh, because I'm still in combat. Yes, that's why. Yes, there's a medical droid here. Will it trigger before... Can I reach it before I reach Theron? Yes. Yes, Taffet, that's probably very true. Although they tend to only drop from silvers and up, I think. Same with droids in Iokath and various other places. The problem with escaping the cutscene, I accidentally lost it here because you can't restart this cutscene if you escape from it.
This isn't over, Theron.
No! This is just beginning.
I hate spiders. Right, okay. I have never done this on a ranged one before, so this could be intriguing or deadly, depending. One, 2, 3, go. Just gotta make sure I don't stand in stupid. And if I remember right... Ah, the groups of assassins are really quite...
I've got you.
And this is the problem I have doing this kind of thing on a ranged one, is that you have to keep moving, and I haven't got that many abilities that aren't channeled somewhere. How's Lana doing? She's still alive. Fire. I much more enjoy Capero now compared to this one. This one's just a bit insane. And these count as aggressive mobs, these exploding canisters, by the way. So you can kill the spider tank and still be in combat because of the canisters. Getting there. Ah. X. Go. At last. That is actually easier than when I did it on my Guardian. Thanks, Kaylin. I nearly always worry more than I have to, but that's part of what I struggle with the latest content, is I tend to have this sort of fear of failure, which is something I've had in life generally for however long. Character flaw of mine. From that angle, it looks like your Gunslinger and Lana were holding hands. I'll have to go back. I'll have to go back to that when I see it, the stream back later. Oh yay, we can scavenge the spider droid. I'm not sure Ree should be impressed with me holding hands with Lana. And breathe. Right. So each solo one gives you 4 of the Alliance Recon data. It means if you want the stronghold, you really do have to grind it if you're going to go on your own. It would in theory be easier for me to do it on Darth Malgus, but I haven't got excess of decorations on that server, whereas I was gifted an awful lot on this server that I haven't yet used. So yeah, might have to consider it sometime. It's not a totally unpleasant flashpoint, it's just I find the boss fights particularly laggy and tricky. But they've made changes. This one not so much. Someone said when I was complaining about Capero, how do you find the spider droid? It was like, there's a lot going on, but I do manage it.
In particular?
Yes, I need repairs in particular. Oh, we might actually have time to go slower on Capero, which would be nice.
We recovered most of the Adegan crystals. Once we tap into their power, Iokath is as good as ours.
And Theron?
Word of his betrayal is spreading quickly. My agents are running damage control, but it will be weeks before we know how much harm he inflicted. Even with the truth out in the open, I can hardly believe Theron was the traitor.
He was a good ally and a better friend. I never saw this coming.
He played us both. But at least now we know our target. We should brace ourselves for Theron's next move.
Find out what Jace Malcolm knows.
I think this cutscene will go straight into the Capero intro scene.
Feelers digging into Satil's whereabouts. I'll begin the hunt at once.
So we'll
Before
play
we
it,
start, I want to send a message to Theron.
and I'll go
Open
and
a holochannel and
make
prepare
a brew.
to broadcast it across the galaxy.
Clearing channels now. What message will you send the traitor?
Yeah, I thought that was the case, Andre. So I will let the intro of Capero play, go make another brew, which gives everyone else the chance to put the kettle on, and then we'll we've got time to actually take our time a bit over Capero, rather than swapping and changing and end up going back to the other smuggler. So we will do the Capero pretty much in full, I think. You never really liked Theron. Different characters of mine have different reactions to Theron. But on the whole, he hasn't seemed to want to do anything for. He doesn't want to against you. He doesn't want to do anything against you, and so this is story-wise a bit of a curveball. You know, it just sort of caught off guard. I thought it might have been him when Iokath first came out, just because the rage droid on Iokath says it's one marked with anger and there's a few expressions through the Iokath ones that make him to be more marked with anger than Lana, but I didn't have anything other than impressions to work on.
This is the commander of the Eternal Alliance. I have a message for my old friend, Theron Shan. We've been through a lot together, Theron. In your honor, I'm dedicating 100 Eternal Fleet ships to the fight for peace. Return to the Alliance, and these ships will be yours to command. We can end the cycle of war, but we have to work together. Come home, Theron.
I'm sorry. I can't.
So, you did as we asked. We had our doubts, but now we see your dedication to the cause. We've reached a decision. Theron Shan, welcome to the Order.
Capero, he leaks the conversation after, so your people pick it up. Yes, that, and there's something else in Capero. What was it I said in my blog post? It was, Theron knows how to blow things up, right? And he would be able to destroy something quite effectively, but he doesn't destroy it enough, so we'll come to it. So someone else in here hasn't done Capero yet. It might have been Fafi? I can't remember who said they hadn't done it. But the map doesn't get fully destroyed. Okay, it looks like we haven't got to go automatically into Capero. So let's take a break. I'll go put the kettle on, and then we will do Capero as gradually as we can. No worries, Kaylin. I also tend to forget that some people might not have done the stuff yet. Right, time to get the kettle on. 5-minute break. It was a new thing. There we go. Couldn't remember. If anyone comes into the chat and wonders why the door is streaming, which happened the other day, we're just on an AFK break. See you in a few. Rightio. Faffy going wee. Ah, right. Until such times as actually I can get an Old Republic mug, I shall continue streaming mostly with my Lotro mug. Cool. Nothing set in inventory I need. No. We'll try and do all the things on Capero then, as we've got a couple of hours. It might take close to that, because we'll do the bonuses and the optional boss. I might not do all the gold technicians. No, I think you have to do the bonuses. Okay, we'll just do all the things. Let's go for it.
Good timing, Commander. It seems the right people saw your broadcast to Theron. I just approved a landing request from an unarmed shuttle from the Chiss Ascendancy.
Which I eventually got to spelling correctly in my blog post. Yep, we'll be doing all the things, Kaelin.
The envoy claims he has a lead on where Theron went.
What would Theron be after in Chiss-controlled space?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yep. Sagano hasn't had a change of wardrobe in about 8 years.
A pleasure to finally meet you, Commander. Aristocrat Sagano of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force.
You said you have information on Theron.
Information that will benefit us both. Theron Shan is hiding on the Chiss world of Copero. He's receiving aid from Syndic Zenta of House Inrokini in exchange for Alliance secrets. With our help, you can catch them both unaware.
Don't mess with Kintray's honey. No, and actually I have a feeling that this might be the one opportunity where Kathia will take a dark side option, I think. I need to just get my head around it first, but I think so. Self-interest and all that. You'd trust a Republic ally.
You fought the Republic for years, and now you're offering help to their allies.
This is a transaction, Commander. Solving your problem will also solve our own.
Oh, I'm happy with transactions.
Zenta violated ascendancy orders when she sheltered Theron, and now she's ignoring our communications. She's gone rogue. She has the backing of House Inrokini, so we can't capture Theron without igniting a political war. But if a strike team were to land and take care of the problem, the Ascendancy will look the other way.
Outsiders have never been allowed on Copero. You trust us that much?
I do have one stipulation. I'll send a
Excuse me.
representative along to keep the Ascendancy's best interests in mind.
Yes, you can sometimes argue with your own characters, can't you? She is not going in this mission with that outfit.
Lieutenant Raina Temple of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force reporting. I've heard a lot about your tactics, Commander. I hope to prove a useful ally.
I won't do the you look Chiss, it's just a bit harsh.
I look forward to working with you, Lieutenant.
Here's to a beneficial partnership.
If there are no objections, we should get a move on. We don't know how long the aristocrat's information will be valid.
Get ready to take off. Let's bring Theron home.
You often lose in arguments with your companions. Fair enough. Okay, I'm just going to quickly grab an armor set at collections for Raina. I've done it with a couple, but I think I'll just go with the secret agent set this time. I had to reroll Kintray completely after she suddenly gave you more background. It changed everything. Did you get annoyed at your companion for doing that? How far had you got in the story before you had to re-roll her? Yes! It is with great reluctance that we delete and re-roll characters. And now Arden won't recruit her. Let me know how that one works out in your headcanon. I love this design. I just wish we could... this planet's design, I just wish we could explore more and it could be more open world. I do wish they'd bring a planet in that had side quests, its own storyline, stuff you can just explore and its own exploration achievements. It'd be really nice, even if they did a one planet expansion, a bit like McKeb, where you can just take your time and explore the places, because their environmental design seems to be getting better. Okay, to people that haven't done Capero yet, there's an incentive for doing all the bosses.
You'll be alright.
Commander, I must warn you. Years ago, Zenta risked her status to adopt a powerful Force sensitive into her family. The Chiss consider Force users to be contaminated, impure. Without Zenta's support, Vals would be banished, or worse.
So he'll protect her to the end.
Vals is unstable and fights to the death for what he believes in. Expect a formidable enemy.
So yes, the at least I'm not an abomination to the Chiss here. There's an incentive for doing all the bosses on Capero, and that is you have a chance of picking up items of Chiss cosmetic gear. It may take a few attempts to get a full set, or you can get it first time. It seems to change character to character because it's based on our random number generation. And yes, Odescent is lovely. I was hoping we'd be able to wander more in that, but you only get that extra chapter. And that's at night time, which is also very nice, but Shade Stalkers. Yeah, I wish we could explore it more than we able to.
You want them back.
Destroying them would send a more potent message. I'd appreciate your help with that.
Cool, right, so bonus number 1 is to destroy Chiss Ascendancy supplies. These are kind of all over the map. Where's that healer? There he is. If I can remember my own advice, which is easier said than done under pressure, take out the medics first, if you can find them. Sometimes they appear from another group of wandering mobs. The other mob to watch out for on here are the commandos that... In the first version that took me 2.5 hours to do, the commandos have billions of stuns, and you used to get loads of groups that just led me to doing the Imperial March with stun, 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 because it just happened over and over again in the same combat. So yeah, take out the medics, and then for the sake of interrupts and not being stunned, take out the commandos second. This assumes I will remember my own advice, which is an assumption. Is there one back here? I don't think there is. I'm not going to use my own map here. Probably should, but we've got time to do the exploration thing, so that is a commando. I can't. Sometimes extra ones spawn, so I need to see if a medic spawns. I think it's just the sniper, and then there's a medic in that group there. Yeah. So for this first bonus, you sort of have to explore off the main path, and assuming I don't miss it, which is where I lost a lot of time the first time, there's a very unassuming doorway to a little market area, or at least that's what it looks like, and that's where you've got a couple of crates.
You'll be all right.
Ah, get out from behind the droid. Thank you. And I think we've just gone round in a circle there, haven't we? Yes. That's okay. Does put a nice little party going. There are nice little parties and drinks and things going on all over. They've actually put some life into this one. And I'll see if I can find the part where you can see up here. Look, they've got like a roof party going on up here. So they've actually, in some parts of maps around the galaxy, they stop building at a certain height because most people don't zoom like I do. But they've actually, in bits that people wouldn't even look at, you know, gardens up on the wall here, trees up here. They've actually built it quite high. They've spent time on the level design, and now I've got to zoom back in before I die. But yes. Normally speaking, Fafa, you can't. When I've got rid of these, I will link through how I did it. Old Republic posts, and we are looking at this post here. There you go. Normally you can't. And it is possible to zoom out too far, where you can... Rishi is awful for this. You can zoom out too far on Rishi and you end up seeing the edge of the actual map, which means it doesn't look pretty at all, because you create worlds, but you create them with edges, because a bit like the old versions of Sims, where, you know, you'd have a square and there'd be nothing beyond the square, but you could build what you wanted on it, and that's how sort of level design works. You've got to have digital limits. They're not actually planets as we understand planets. So Rishi is bad for that, but most places you can go pretty high. There was an interesting one in Corellia where they had, the way when you're designing levels, you've got to try and keep the number of physical surfaces down to a minimum, because the more stuff you put on the screen, the lower your frames per second is, etc. And they'd actually created buildings on Corellia that you could see so far, and then they'd put the next level up but hadn't put the ceiling on, because no one would look there, so it didn't matter. It's a surface they didn't have to put on. But if you're looking from the ground up, then you would just see it as though it was all solid. So, but on Corellia they just put these see-through ceilings, which is perfectly fine to do in level design if you don't have to take, you know, the playable characters there. But yeah, they seem to have done a really good job here. I haven't managed to zoom out too far here, so if you zoom out on this landing pad, you get to see a lot here. See how far you can actually look. Loads of waterfalls going on. I'm gonna have to zoom back in because I'm about to be attacked, I think. But it means they actually put a lot of effort into the design of this flashpoint. I haven't. Umbara is okay, but this place is just gorgeous. They've really tried, and that's what really frustrated me about the first attempt they made at launching the solo version of this, is that I wanted to enjoy it. I loved the design of the level, but the combat was just too hard for me, and I wasn't sure if it was just too hard for me or whether they'd just made it too hard full stop kind of thing. But yeah, this place has life. Later on there's a gig going on one of the stages. So although yes, they've got people. Oh, there you are. Cowering in fear because they're being attacked. Other people are just like, yeah, we're being attacked, so hey, have a few more drinks. Yes, it was Taffet. I mean, there's still a lot going on now, but they had made it far too hard as a starting point, and I think that they're struggling to balance. I think there's been a lot of vocal demand for challenging content from people, especially from those who are maybe missing group content and ops and things not being properly invested in. I mean, in the last year, SWTOR have released 2 full raids, and you've had a couple of extra bosses or something in the Old Republic, so they've got that call for challenging content from those that really want it, and that's something that should be listened to, but it shouldn't be done at the expense of accessibility. I was going to say my abilities aren't creating any damage here. Let's try again. Right. It's doable now, Taffet. Yeah, that's the thing, and I was like, well, it's not that I didn't want to do this stuff, and it's not that I just want to be able to have a really quick run through it and it be easy. So there's still challenges in this, but it's not frustrating me. 3.5 hours on Juggernaut. Only reached the bonus boss. Oh wow, is that defense Juggernaut? I know I found it tricky on my defense Guardian. I think in theory I probably shouldn't have tried to do all the bonuses on my first run, but I wanted to sort of experience everything. Given that new content isn't coming out that quickly at the moment, even for me who's not in a rush, it feels quite slow. So I wanted to make the most of it. But because usually I have to do the new stuff when NJ is in the house, 3.5 hours. So no, mine was 2.5 hours plus. In fact, it was probably more than that on my first run. And my hands just hurt, and I was so gutted to realise I'd done the wrong version. Probably not geared well enough. I haven't worked out what is well enough gear for Umbara and Capero. I originally thought I'd not geared this one enough because I've not played him much to get, say, better command gear. And I haven't even gone for the full set bonus stuff that you can get purely for command tokens. So how's my gearing here? Anything that's purple will have come from a command crate at some point, and I'm command rank 37 on this out. But that's 228. My average rating here is 228, and I think I've just recently run it on another 228 as well, so it is doable. I'm pretty sure some... Yeah, augments. I've still got 208 augments sat on this. Legs aren't even augmented yet. Real mishmash, because basically I don't craft 230 gear. There's no point when you'll eventually get it from when you get it from command crates. You shouldn't be able to play the wrong version. Yes, well the problem is, and that was another glitch they fixed, so I still have to say hats off that they actually fixed these things. But before they did that patch of fixes, you picked up the Traitor and the Sith, Chiss, not Sith, and then you went to the terminal, and the first option was story mode. And so I think it went story, veteran, master, solo. And I totally misread solo, because up until that point, story was solo. Legs aren't even augmented yet. Oh no. No, my legs are not as big as I wish they were. And so I got confused with the terminology, and I was a bit. I thought it was a bit strange that throughout the entire Flashpoint I
How
had
did someone like you end up working with the Chiss?
nothing was mentioned about
I was an
Theron.
Imperial fugitive as a child. The Ascendancy kept me safe. All they asked in return was my dedication.
Fugitive? What'd you do?
That's classified.
I don't think we've come to the unassuming doorway for the bonus yet. Yeah, so I've got through the Flashpoint. I was like, nothing's been mentioned about Theron. And I got to the end of it, and still nothing been mentioned about Theron. I was like, I've done something wrong here. And it's because they hadn't. It was what we used to call in the business I used to run user experience, in that they had not made the version they intended you to do the first option in the list. And then after the fixes, what they did do was auto bestow. I don't know what it's called in this game. They basically automatically gave you the right version of the Flashpoint to play. I came down the wrong bridge. Now I'll have to go over there. Story mode should be the story, not the repeatable. Yes. And that's why I got really confused. Where are those mobs? They're coming. It just seems very strange that you run a story mode and not get any story. Yes. The other shame about the story mode not containing the story, which I hasten to add, the story mode flashpoints for Shadow of Revan, you do mostly. So if you redo Assault on Tython and Korriban Incursion, you still get most of the story parts of that. Oh, nearly walked in one of those hot pools which do actually damage you. Is that you've only got the one shot at catching the screenshots for your characters in Capero, because you can't replay the story. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense anymore. I'm just shooting things. The communications relays are much easier to find than the Ascendancy supplies, but we should be coming up fairly soon to the marketplace. The only communications relay you really have to look for
Authorities have the situation in hand.
is round a corner, which is coming up soon, I think.
Please remain in your homes until further notice. We thank you for your cooperation.
Honestly, we have the situation in control, under control here. Yes, I know loads of Chiss are dying, but honestly, we're in control. I know when I get back to Twitter, I'll have about 500 notifications. It's okay. I share the love, so lots of people get these quotes of the stream as well. Right, so the only communications relay that's really out of the way is this one round the corner here when you end up in this first market looking area. So having some very interesting conversations at the moment with some of my patrons about what to stream and when to stream. Because I'm thinking of potentially doing 3 a week in February. And I was going to do 2 LOTRO and 1 Old Republic, or vice versa. I hadn't quite made my mind up. And someone else has then suggested, well, why don't you try a different game and then you could stream learning that game, because you wouldn't be doing it as a you know all the things. And now I'm undecided. I'd like to do 3 a week from Feb. I'm just not quite sure what to do about it now. I need to get to the market bit for the other supplies. Right, now before we... I don't want to end up... oh, we're only part way through. Oh, it's okay, I probably haven't missed it yet then, that's fine. Probably. I actually enjoy this Flashpoint mostly now as well, so I'm glad they did the fixes. Right, now to do all the things... this is one of the achievements just around here. Oh, whoever said there's a party going on, we've got 2 people having drinks here and one clearly has had slightly too much to drink. No, don't force feed me any more drinks. Right, so the Operations Chiefs is one of the achievements of Capero. So in your legacy flashpoints, Traitor among the Sith. I keep saying Sith, Chiss even. Clearly I think Sith are traitors. They're not necessarily. Here, defeat the operations chiefs. That gives you 20 cartel coins. Chief engineer, chief scientist, and chief security. This this is the first one and is the only one before the big fat droid. And they are challenging. And in fact, companions, stop standing in stupid. I didn't want to turn on heroic moment, but I might have to. And that's all because Rain the Temple stood in stupid and then got mobbed for doing so. Managed it.
Citizens of Copero, authorities have the situation in hand. Do
No
not
loot.
interact with soldiers of House Inrokini. Please remain in your homes until further notice.
Yeah, I can't.
For your cooperation.
There needs to be some tweak to the AI behind companions, if that's even the right word for it now. That they ought to have the... If I'm stood in a nice red circle of something that's going to kill me, I should probably not be in that anymore. You know, you'd think that would be obvious.
In the wake of Sith Empress Asina's sudden death, former Dark Council member Darth Valron has announced his ascension to the throne. The new Emperor Valron has already issued controversial orders to halt any progress on the resource world of Iocath, prompting public outcry. Insiders say he might be using this time to gather strength for an attack on the Republic and its Eternal Alliance partner. But those rumors are not confirmed. Whether the Emperor's methods will prove beneficial to the 24 Imperial worlds in a resource crisis remains to be seen.
That resource crisis announcement is not the first time. I only realised yesterday that it's mentioned. You get a message from Hilo Viz at the end of the Iocath story that says resources across the galaxy are running low. I'm just going to show you another. These angles are great. You see how high up you are? So far up here. But these mountains they've created here are almost photorealistic. They've done such a good job. Faffy, but then companions would act smarter than half of the players. Yes, that's true. But then maybe that might give some players a kick up the behind. Now then, where are we on the map? Have I passed... I think I passed the market. I'm going to have to backtrack. It is really unassuming, and I have missed it multiple times, and they do not allow you to mount even when the streets are clear. Where is this entrance?
Citizens of Copero, authorities have the situation in hand. Do not interact with
Authorities are
soldiers.
lying to you.
Please remain in your homes until further notice.
You cannot
We thank you for your
act.
cooperation.
You cannot interact with members of House Inrokini, for they are all dead. To quote Vet from Kotet, here, tunnel, 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 tunnel. Do you know, when I was playing this on my own, I found it without any problems. Okay, now I just feel stupid. I'm pretty sure it's not that far back. It should just be in the... Ah, darn it. One more look. If we miss it, we miss it. I was just trying not to. Because it's actually quite a nice little... market area. It's somewhere around here because at least I thought it was. Oh, hello. Rocket boots. Yes, of course, I have those. Yeah, they will work. Of course, they could also shoot me past what I'm looking for as well. I'll definitely use it when we get back to, when we're getting back to the point on the map that we were at. Oh, I think I've lost the entranceway. Never mind. Never mind. That's where the other two supply crates are, which is annoying. Huh? I hope you still have fun doing that, Faffy. It's fun to see what... well, fun stroke embarrassing to see what I say. Yeah, we're gonna have to skip. I can't remember where it is, and the under pressure thing. Cool. That's the main thing, Faffy. time of my life quoting. Does it make you feel better about yourself because you realise you don't say anything anywhere near as stupid as I do? Oh, we're shielded.
Authorities have the situation in hand. Do not interact with soldiers of House Inrokini. Please remain in your homes until further notice. We thank you for your cooperation.
No, because you do. Oh well, then you're in good company. It's something I really can't stop doing. Some people would call that an addiction. During snowball season, this was actually a great FP for snowballing because there's so many, not just mobs, but the actual citizens of Capero as well are bombable. I'm addicted to quotes. I think that might have to be one of the quotes of the stream, Faffy. I'm addicted to quotes. Right, well at least we'll get all but one of the bonuses. Right, there's good listeners. How are we doing on 15 minutes of that, which is fine. Now then, again, first time on a range DPS for this. Who gave me a Rhodian mayonnaise sandwich? Somebody did. I don't generally carry those. Right, this is gonna get a bit nuts. Yes, absolutely on Kaelin there, definitely. You can sometimes have a requirement to take out some of the ads if they're zeroing too much on the healer, but I think this is going to be far easier on my range than on any other. Just got to watch for the circles of stupid, like that one. This is so much. You guessed wrong, Quang Mark, but good to see you. I am usually on Darth whatever, but not today. That is so much easier on a ranged DPS compared to melee. Wow. I thought I had the accent. Yes, you are correct on the one hand. Darth Malgus is my main server, but I have different periods of time. I have characters on both servers that I like, and I have friends on both servers, which is why I'm on both. Same problem I have with the other MMO I play is that I have friends on both of them. So, to anyone who's new or has not done Capero before, here we go, we've got Ascendancy Soldiers gauntlets here. The bosses don't always drop a piece of Chiss gear. but they have a chance to, and that's why we'll do the bonus bosses as well. Yeah, yes, I can't hide my British accent, I'm afraid. Although, depending on whether you have caught me on Twitter or not, bonus points for guessing where in the UK I might be. And no one who knows the answer should tell him. Him? Her. I'd actually do it. Quang Mark. Mark, I'll assume.
Said he was one of your closest advisors.
We've been through a lot together. I'm not giving up on him.
No, we were talking about the reason Taffet said Darth Malgus is dead. The server isn't dead. There's plenty of people on it, but Darth Malgus is by at post Ilum dead actually in the galaxy. Hi, Secret. I don't know when you stop potting into the room. I know nothing. Oh, actually, you'd have to look very carefully, I think, even on my Twitter feed to work out where I am, because I don't put it in my bio, because I have Dantooine as my location on my bio. About 20 minutes ago, I'm awake and hating my life choices. With the life choice of waking up, or you don't have to share exactly all your life choices that you hate, or was it just the life choice of waking up that was the problem? Where's that stealth? Where are you? I know there's a stealth mob in there somewhere. Oh, they already died. Yeah, and the life choice of getting up. Yeah. I had to. I've had this cold and really bad pain in the morning. Where am I? Yeah. Transferring a character costs 1,000. It's different points in time that they sometimes do cheap transfers. They had them at cheap, I think, when the server mergers happened. But you still can't do... someone could correct me. I don't think you can do US to EU server transfer. I might be getting the two games confused there, but I'm not sure that was ever possible. I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Yeah, it was you on to servers much control, but so we'll make it. Oh, you can, but it costs more. Okay, if you want to do the operations boss achievement, the next one you hit is this chief engineer. So you literally just come into the factory here, the ship hull assembly section, and so you come through this door, and so here we've got the chief engineer, and up here, which we'll get to, you got the chief scientist. All three of the engineers are actually quite tricky, let's say. And it seems to be the ads that really focus on your healing companion, or if you are the healer, on you. Getting distracted by tease. Blast first, chat later as an NPC on Taris says. Again, that fight is a lot more painful on a melee DPS, I think. He's confused as always.
tell me Zenta's been gathering Alliance and Ascendancy secrets.
Oh, I've let my tea nearly go cold.
House in Rokini's terminals, we can find out what they know.
You can't in Lotro. Yes, I thought that. Yeah, I knew it was definitely not possible in Lotro. I just couldn't remember whether that same applied to here. But then I'm working on playing on 2 servers in Lotro as well. Sometimes it's really hard to work out where I should be playing and who I should be playing around, because I don't like not being around friends. You're fine, just relax. Do you know what? That's something people have been telling me most of my lifetime. Look, you're fine. You're doing okay. Just relax. Relaxing. How does that work? If you want the bonus here, you have no choice but to take on the other operations boss. So, sadly, there isn't a bonus mission that relates to that. You just got the terminal as the bonus mission and the operations boss as the achievement. As an item of fun, force throw, use pushbacks on here and knock them over the edge, and you do get the CXP for it. So, job well done. It's just getting close enough so that... see, I didn't quite get close enough to that droid, and that's the only pushback I think I've got on a sharpshooter, on a gunslinger. Right, so we are going to go for the bonus here, so we need to... Mobs here aggro further away than they used to, so in some previous content you could kill a few mobs here and the other ones back here wouldn't blink an eyelid. But now it's more realistic, so if we start taking out these ones, others will spawn, I think, behind us as well as nearby. So bear in mind the mobs you see are not the only ones you have to take on in this flashpoint. I have no idea what version of SWTOR I was playing when I first started playing this game with my original Jedi Shadow, who I still have. I've been playing for quite a long time, so I think someone said it might, by the time I'd worked out how long it had been, I don't think they'd gone F2P that long by the time I joined. How do more realistic mobs begin spawning? Good point. They get drop shipped. I don't think they do actually spawn as such. I think they get delivered. But yeah, if it was spawning, then yes, that's not realistic. Fair enough. Good point, well made. I sound like I need another cold remedy. Cool, that's 4 of the terminals. Can I... I'm gonna try this because you end up straight in their face if... Ah, that's good for ranged. I might have to try that with force users who also have some ranged abilities. Hi Ninth Pawn, thanks for joining. Okay, then I go back to early access. Yeah, I was looking for a game that I could play that I'd be interested in when I realised that my hands hurt too much, my shoulders hurt too much playing Skyrim. And one of the friends I used to do, here we go, forum role-playing with, Star Wars forum role-playing, suggested the Old Republic. Oh! I don't think I have a way of interrupting without getting too close. And you want to interrupt him on the cryo gun because it is really annoying. It doesn't backfire if you do a pushback, only if you do a normal interrupt. Not that you got much opportunity there. I mean, that was I started playing at a time when we were running a business, so we had a bit of money. But I wanted to stay FTP for a while to see what I'd get out of it. And I think it was when they did Bounty Hunting Week, and I had on my own because you can't get access to purple gear without paying for it if you're FTP. Oh, that by the way was the chief scientist. I just totally forgot to say that. So that would be the third one, and if you do those, that's 20 CC per legacy. And then I looked at what the advantages were, and like, yeah, that's fine. We can afford for you to pay for that game, and it's better than having to buy a new game every so often. And now it's the one treat that I can continue having. I looked at, could I actually play the Old Republic with the restrictions of what's the interim one called now, preferred status, and it would be pretty dark what I want to do. Oh, that pushback doesn't actually launch, it is literally just a flat pushback, that's why. So I do sub here, and as things currently stand, it's still very much worth my while doing so. Oh, why do these lag out? This happens quite often only on this platform though. Why does it? Oh, there we go. The restrictions are awful. Yeah, they're really bad, and they don't actually honour you having subbed before. So when you stop being, if I was paying Lotro and then I stopped, you can still keep your elevated currency cap, for example. There's no gear restrictions. Whereas the moment you stop subscribing to Old Republic, you have your 350 credit limit. I would never be able to buy any of the treats that I save up for with 350,000 credits. And I don't think I can get my head around how to work with the escrow and still buy things off GTN. And I think I've still got it saved somewhere. I added up, if I wanted to keep the features that I wanted to have and not pay every single month, I would probably have to pay upfront a year's subscription anyway, in value. So I mean, at the moment we can keep paying for the Old Republic, so that's fine. I've got Patreon supporters that help me with that. But it's just it's almost like they don't want to honour past subscribers, however long they've been subscribed, kind of thing. That's a cynic in me talking, I suppose. But the only thing they do at least give you is that you still have access to all the content that you were allowed. So, welcome back, new thing. But yeah, the currency cap is probably the one thing that they really should offer in the cartel market for lifting.
You took a nasty fall.
Because if you want any of the nice things, then you can't really afford to pay money for them, and certainly not if it's in a loot box thing where you may or may not get it. You have to do it through credits in GTN, and there's never much that's the really nice things that I want are really expensive on GTN. Eve's F2P is worse. I've not played Eve Online actually. You can't get everything a subscriber has through cartel coins. No, you can't. I mean, I can't think of the limits, what the other things were. Where have I got, if I were to go, did I put it in a text file that I can easily find? Yeah, I'm not sure I can't easily find it. Watching you play through Smuggler Saturdays make you want to play through New Smuggler. You are welcome, Darth Exhausted. And thanks for letting me know who you are on Twitter as well, so I know who you are. LOTRO F2P system is much better. Yes, I agree. Because there you can unlock regions by grinding LOTRO points. You can earn them. You know, you don't even get 20 cartel coins in the Old Republic for killing 500 Bormu on Balmorra, which I still haven't done. And yet, actually, by killing 20, 40, 90 things, you'll get 5 LOTRO points. So it's just a completely different... And we have ended up spending money in LOTRO, because you want devs to be able to continue their development of it.
It seems we have guests. Take them down!
Right, she's gone upstairs now, hasn't she? I'll catch up on chat in a minute. I've just got to make sure I don't die before the allotted hour.
Feel the power of House Inrokini!
Oh, she'll jump before that even gets fired. This FP is much more friendly to ranged DPS. Where has she gone? She's not downstairs already, is she? Yes, she is. Darn it.
Kill the intruders.
Standing in stupid.
Let them win.
Gotcha. Phew. You see, first time I got a Chiss chest piece. I've got a character that I've got two halves of two different sets and still no chest piece. I think that's going to look quite nice when I find the right colour for it. And a decoration drop. Capero large bar. Oh, very nice. Right, we're going in chat. GTN is one thing, but you're not even to buy everything in your legacy. Yeah, and that... they shouldn't shut off ways of earning money for the company in-game. So if people are willing to pay for an unlock, they should really offer that opportunity, I think, because it's a business opportunity. It's nice to be now they're finally offering individual items in Cartel Market. I say finally, it's been a while, but they just never used to. And I'm just wondering, since the whole loot box thing got quite a lot of bad press, whether they started thinking individual items is probably a good way to go as well. A friend of mine had to quit even instead of doing FTP when he wanted a break. He'd have lost very expensive implants required to fly his elite ships. Oh my life. Yes, at least if you go F2P in the Old Republic, it says if you have any purple items equipped, then you won't lose the ability to use those, but you can't equip any new artifact. The thing is, I don't even know whether these ones count as artifact, just they're purple anymore. Well, they probably do. But you can use any equipped purple items, but I know I wouldn't want to be coming into this kind of FP just on, you know, nice green and blue items. Not me personally, anyway.
I see you've met our traitor. Have you secured yours?
He's gone. It seems Theron Shan has betrayed us both. He wasn't seeking refuge on Capero.
Thanks for following us, Zona Blue.
Relic hidden here.
Does she mean the holomap?
I'm going to need an explanation.
Long ago, Chiss agents stole a holomap from the Sith Emperor, in case our deal with the Empire went sour. It shows the coordinates to the Emperor's greatest secrets.
It's been hidden here on Capero, and only the highest-ranking Chiss can access it. Shan knew this, and he used me. He sliced into my personal logs to steal the map's location. Once he had what he needed, Shan took my best fighters and abandoned me.
Serves you right.
You took in a known traitor. What did you expect would happen?
Trust me when I say I had no idea what devastation he was truly planning. Commander, Shan has joined a group searching for a powerful weapon. One capable of destroying entire civilizations. They want to use it against you and the Alliance. That map will lead Theron straight to it.
Bit tired of the Emperor's relics now, really. No worries, Faffy. Look at that look of love he has for Shan. Ah,
See where you're hiding.
he's so adoring of him. I still think it's like hero worship.
There it is. Of all the planets in the galaxy.
Then our objective is clear?
Yeah.
Trust in my vision, Shan. You will not fail.
I still think that's like, yeah, that's how spying works. Visions and force users and...
Well, I hope you're right. For all our sakes.
Any bets being laid on what planet we think this is on?
It seems we now have a mutual enemy. I've sent you the coordinates to Shan's location. If you hurry, you can stop him.
One moment, Commander. As you know, Syndic Zenta is a traitor to the Chiss. Officially, we can't act on this. But you can. If you disposed of Zenta, you would have the gratitude of the Ascendancy. I may even be able to broker an alliance.
You wouldn't dare.
You're quite right.
You have a deal, Aristocrat.
The Ascendancy thanks you.
It's such a smug smile when you kill her. But there's no knock-on repercussions in this.
Center's map coordinates, Commander.
Apart from there's a bit of conversation change at the
We're
end.
not letting Theron escape again.
You know what, if you hadn't taken time with that aristocrat conversation to deal with the Syndic Zenta however you feel like it, you'd have got to Theron Shan in time. Just a thought. Because you're literally about a minute behind him. No one making guesses on where this weapon is hidden then? Oh, I knew I should have used Hunker Down. Who's got that fire flamethrower? Ah! No guesses here. I mean, it is plucking an idea out of thin air. The only hint we've had from a live stream is it's a planet you wouldn't think you'd be going back to. Dathomir would have been a valid one from a lore perspective, but the Old Republic to say it's a planet you'd be going back to. Right, we'll go do the optional boss here, which before you head off into the mountains up here, where the quest wants to take you, then you come down to the landing pad here, and this is an achievement taking out the landing party. But yeah, no, Dathomir would be a great place to hide relics. Unfortunately, that's not the wording we've had. It'd be great if it was a new place to go back to, or a new place to go to, but that's not currently the way I see things anyway. Taris? Why do you think Taris? I'm not saying you're right. I don't know any more than anyone else. What makes you say Taris? Right. I don't have many tactics for this apart from don't stand in stupid, but if you get rid of 2 of these guys here and leave that one standing, then they don't respawn. McKeb would be a surprise, you're quite right. And maybe... yeah, because you... that has potential. Of course it might annoy the heck out of some people having to go back to McKeb. But yeah, because McKeb survives, which the Republic don't understand, but anyone who does it on Empire side knows why McKeb is still around. But yeah, that would not be an obvious location at all. Ah, too many circles of stupid. I think we must have killed that 3rd operative because they've all respawned again. That was probably Rainer who did that then. Lovely. Thanks for that. Ah. This fight does not suit ranged DPS because of channel times. Nearly there. Yay. Oh, I can't even scavenge the walker. But we didn't get a cosmetic piece there. We did get a ceiling chain light though. Yay! Command rank up. Oh, free command boost. Yes, please. Pretty sure I don't need that. Yes, I don't need it. Don't need an assault cannon. Cool. Once you're dealt with that optional boss, then we can just go back through and carry on our merry way up to the mountains this time.
Theron shouldn't have been able to access that relic on his own. He's more dangerous than we anticipated.
I underestimated him too. We all did.
But so far we've managed not to die, so that's a bonus. I haven't died often in Capero. Maybe because, well, after that first horrific attempt I just stopped. Although I'm very rarely cutting edge with content about the Old Republic, I do try to get new stuff written about fairly quickly, was never going to happen with Capero. Like, never. Not a chance. Right. I love this world for the fact that you get different... clearly the sun is setting gradually, and so it gets darker, and you've got this dynamic weather. Well,
you'll need to earn this one's trust in order to cross.
Close to dynamic weather. It's a different part of the map, so they put snow in. More snow than you see falling on Hoth. No exaggeration. But it's just so pretty here. Someone told me in my comments to the blog post there's an achievement. Flipping is an achievement if you actually want to kill this Temple Guardian, rather than pass the trial. I considered it on my last run, and then I looked. 3 million HP here. Yes, 3 million. Let's know. I don't think I'll be doing that. Not solo. No chance. We'll just lob through fruit. There we go. Off you go.
A test of logic. Be careful. A wrong move will spring one of Capero's many traps.
I'll just dispatch these cats. Now you have time with the up here. You end up with Wampas crawling up the wall. If you take out the ice cats that are around first, and you have a force push or pushback, you can push the Wampas off the cliff to save you some fighting. You still get full credit for it, so it's not like you get diddled out of some CXP or something. Like that. Done. I took it out on Andre because the fruit wouldn't throw. It took a while. Did you take it out with Reyna then? What is Andrea healing sage or DPS sage? She is a sage, isn't she? I think. Welcome back, Faffy. If you manage to take out that cat with a level 1 Reyna Temple, I'd be... Oh, Andre is my mark... Ah, sniper. Fun, fun, fun. 3 million. I mean, you get 20 CCs for it, which I think is an underpayment for something like that, where you're basically taking out... Someone equated it to a world boss in the middle of a flashpoint. Oh, of course, and of course, if you're an agent, yes. And any extra influence helps. So that was the correct one of that trap was the furthest one away up the top of there.
Commander, this is a test of strategy. You'll
It's
need
not.
To disable these lasers to safely pass.
Some of them.
But the way forward is not always what you expect.
It is. We're coming up to a laser map. You don't have to disable all the lasers. However, they do hit pretty hard. They are, weirdly, the only other place you've seen these lasers is Zakulan Technology.
Well, I think we both survived.
Whee! The path is obvious, it's a maze, so you can... Oh, this is one of the views I like getting, is... Mel hasn't spoken in a while, so she might still be AFK, but when you zoom out way here, I really like this rock bridge where you just see where one structure leads up to the maze structure. Yes, Taffet, normally I would, and in fact I put that in my blog post, only I've managed to use all of my spare companion gifts, that mostly anyway. Unless she likes this one I've just picked up, no. And I haven't run heroics in absolutely ages. I should probably fix that at some point, but Flying Wumper. Right, so when the aristocrat said the way forward is not obvious, it's a maze. You don't have to disable all of these. Yes, I thought that's what Zenel, when I said it, I thought she's not spoken in a while, so it's safe for me to do that. So using our powers of zoom out, you're heading up here, so you can in fact find the way. Can I zoom out a little bit more? Yeah. So I'm here at the moment, you coming down here, round here, up here, down there, and out there. You don't have to disable all of these. You can... getting rid of some of them is helpful. But you don't have to catch all the lasers. And this is where FJ dies for the first time in the maze, because he's trying to show things at the same time. I know it said it's already warned you about Capero's many traps, but you kind of have to reach some of the off buttons. You do in fact have to take down a couple of droids just around this corner, I think. Yeah, these ones here. So just get in the middle of them and wait for them to stun you, obviously.
You took a nasty fall.
Not all the doors that have this metallic front open, but all the ones that are openable have these metallic doors. If that makes some sense. Didn't even notice you could disable them, I just ducked into corners and alcoves. I think I only knew you could disable them because right at the start Aristocrat says you'll need to disable these lasers, which I thought was a little bit of a giveaway. I then had to try and work out how to disable them. My reactions aren't fab, so anything I can do to lessen me relying on my reactions is preferable. Oh flip, and that means I have missed a switch somewhere because... yeah, it's not that one. In here, in here, in here, in here, in here, in here, go. And off, off. Thank you. But that doesn't turn off the one... right. If we make a run for it, we'll be fine. There you go. So, how many have we got left running? And we were still safe. Of course, Zin's comment there just proves you... oh, they're not even showing on the zoom out anymore. They must have despawned them to make performance a bit better once you get through the maze, which is fine. This last one barely classifies as a puzzle, to be honest. Unless I've missed some sort of detrimental impact from selecting the wrong one, but I haven't noticed anything.
That was fantastic.
It's just hit this one that's actually the closest to the ice wall you want to melt, and you'll be fine. So we're coming to the final boss. We're going to end it with a bit of extra time. So what I might do is, once we get through this story, switch on to Darth whatever, and we've got on the Siani storyline, I think we've got the trip to Rogan the Butcher. So we could go and do the Rogan the Butcher scene on that before closing for the day. If people are happy with that. Right, cutscene.
End of the line, Theron.
Go! I'll hold them off!
I love this line.
You'll never win! Victory isn't my fate, Theron. It's yours.
You'll never win. Oh, he knows. Now this is going to be fun on a ranged DPS. He does have some pretty hard hitting stuns.
He will prevail.
Try again. I'm standing in stupid.
I cannot fail him.
Oh, but you can. Oh, that's the one that follows you. Sometimes this red ability here doesn't follow you, and sometimes it does. Just be aware that you can't always escape.
We will rise victorious.
Oh, you're part of the Order as well, are you?
I cannot fail him.
Took a nasty fall.
What did I just get myself caught in there to lose a chunk of my health? He's timed. He's really willing to sacrifice to get Theron out. Yeah, I don't really see Vals as a bad guy as such. Maybe just misled by his own visions, convinced they mean something that maybe they don't. Where are you? There he is. Ah! Whoa! I don't know what caught me. That he does that sometimes. He stuns, and then uses an AOE that pretty.
You will not shake my conviction.
And I have this happen on the solo version quite often as well, where he just vanishes for ages.
He will prevail.
There. Ugh. Husband called it the lost a bet haircut. Lost a drinking game.
You will not shake my conviction.
I want to shake your stealth generator. I don't really care about your conviction right now. This is the one time when the range DPS is difficult because the whirlwinds are. You have to. They focus on you, as you'd expect. But you've got so much channel time going. Where are you? I know you're there. Gotcha.
How did he slip away again?
Commander, I'm coming in for extraction. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we have 3 pieces from 4 bosses. Well, that's better than what we've had before. It needs recolouring. But we've managed to get chest piece, gloves and trousers. That's better than I've had on most other runs. Merc's commandos are more mobile. Yes, I know. I know now I can do Capero and Umbara on my Merc on Darth Malgus because of being able to be more mobile. Does the Gunslinger, you know, on penetrating rounds here, you've got a very similar ability on a Merc, but in the tree you can select make this available on while moving. Does that actually exist on the Gunslinger? I'm not sure it does. Got back just in time for you to complete Capero. Yes, sorry, Mel. But my plan, oh. Bless, we had a break as well. It's okay, because I'm going to be finishing these 2 FPs like imminently. I was thinking maybe of just tagging on a little bit of the Siani story and go and meet Rogan the Butcher and do that as an ending.
Sure, of
course. Have a look. Take it easy.
So I'll need a quick break to get another cup of tea, because that was an hour and a half, because we did 2 of the 3 bonuses.
Sir, I've received...
Oh, family, eh?
The Ascendancy has announced they are mourning Syndic Zenta's untimely death. Officially, they condemn the Alliance for her assassination.
Oh, come on.
But Sagano is grateful for how you handled the matter. Should you need it, the Expansionary Defense Force stands ready to aid you. Privately.
I'm willing to take the blame.
Sagano had to save face somehow. As long as I have their support, let them say what they want.
The aristocrat appreciates your understanding. In any case, I'd like to stay and continue working with the Alliance. I believe my connection to the Ascendancy could be valuable here.
Good. We'll need the extra hands to capture Theron, and find this mysterious group he's allied with. We managed to recover fragments of the holomap he destroyed. I'm personally overseeing a team of engineers to piece them back together. I assure you, Commander, no one sleeps until we discover where the traitor is headed.
On Umbara, Theron said he wanted to restore peace. Why would he be after a super weapon?
Another lie, perhaps. We can't trust anything he says. We're close to uncovering the next step in his plan. Then the real hunt begins.
Yes, Mel, I agree with that, actually.
We received the coordinates. You've proven yourself useful, Theron.
I held up my end of the bargain, now it's your turn. Will this really work?
You have no need to worry. The Eternal Alliance and its commander will be destroyed. The Order of Zildrog will prevail.
Family-wise, for me, my parents and my sister's family live way, way down south. Troubled. I must have been on the borderline. Oh, it's because I was pure light until that point. And I only have my mum-in-law and father-in-law around, and they're half an hour, 3/4 of an hour drive away, something like that. And my sister-in-law is late teens, early 20s. I can't remember her exact age now, because I'm a bit pants like that. But my brother-in-law's family are way down south, and they have kids. But I wouldn't want NJ to be put onto people that... when she gets tired, you don't want her to be annoying people. Not really. Right, okay. I'm quite thirsty. So, as we're only... What I was thinking is, shall we do a little bit of stuff on Siani after a 5-minute break? People up for that? Indoor voice. Inside voice, darling. Quote the NPC. I plan on always being here to annoy you, Zin. Cool. Okay, let's do that plan then. Let's have a quick break. My cup is empty and I'm quite thirsty. So, if anyone comes into chat and wonders again why the door is streaming, we will switch characters when I come back, and we'll just finish doing... I think it's the scene with Rogan the Butcher, so that'd be a nice ending point for next Saturday to be starting Corellia. So, let's have a quick break, and I'll be back when I have tea. Is that okay with everyone? Just waiting for someone to actually catch the message. The Drunk 22, are you in the room? Not yet. Yeah, it's alright. Fab, someone's confirmed. That's alright. I'm not sure what the lag is between me saying something and people hearing it now. Hi, the Drunk22. Thanks for following. You've joined just in time for a 5-minute break, but I'll be back shortly. I need to get a cup of tea because my throat's quite dry. We've got sore throats going around in the house as well, so I need to keep drinking liquids. But I'll be back in I'll try to be in less than 5 minutes. I'll be as quick as I can. And I'm back. One extra whee for Mel. Mel taking out those pibgorns again. Someone tweeted yesterday they were proud to have got have mentored somebody in pibgorns, and I resisted the urge to say that people in my streams burned them. Right, okay, we're back. So the plan is, people that are just new in the room, we've just finished Capero, so I'm going to switch to the Smuggler I normally stream as a nice, hopefully gentle ending. We've finished Voss on Siani. We need to switch servers. So I've finished Voss on Siani, but there's a mission in between Voss and Corellia. is there a Star Wars reference to the Leviathan somewhere that I don't know? Because the Leviathan is a potentially mythical creature mentioned in very old writings as being some sort of sea creature, but I don't know if it has a Star Wars reference. Hi Menorah, and hi from the UK. Right, so Siani. It's been a busier than normal Saturday, which has been really nice. I quite like this number. We've got, what have we got, about 10, 15, 10, how many have we got in the room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 14 or 15 people. This is a good number. It got really nuts on my Lotro stream on Wednesday. I couldn't keep up with chat, which is a good problem to have. It worked out it's because there were 29 different people said something that stream. So long as people are being talked to, that's fine. It just pushes my ability to multitask a little bit. Yeah, I've just finished Capero. You can watch it back after stream. And I can't. Nobody asked me about Pibgorns. Somebody mentioned it's on. I might have been gracious enough to retweet it. It was. Oh, I can't remember. It's on one of the Lottery Family hashtags. Yes. Okay, so, the Butcher. Let's get back into the class story then. So, using the information you obtained on Belsavis and Voss, Darmus Polaran has pinpointed Rogan the Butcher's location. Your enemy is organising an army of thugs at his private fortress in Angerhead, on the planet of Tatooine. You have the element of surprise on your side. It's time to face Rogan and put him out of your misery. Use your ship's galaxy map to travel to Tatooine. Yes, 29 was really cool. At one point there were 30 people in the room, but 29 people chatting is an awesome number. A lot of people come and lurk, which is absolutely fine. Just seen your quote of the stream. Okay, explore a hidden fortress entrance. Now then, who do I actually want to take along to this? It's I might switch to Risha for it was, that Lotro stream was really fun. Really fun. We got very little done. We made it like a little bit up the map and killed a few things in about 3 hours, but the time went by really quickly. I want to switch to Risha for the conversation with Rogan, but what we were trying to do is get the kill achievements on this server, and I think the only one we got left to do was a Kavi. Yeah, so we've got 300, and so I may as well keep a Kavi for the actual killing of Rogan's thugs, but I want to switch before I speak to Rogan. So, if someone can remind me, I think the way, if this plays out the way I remember, Risha will approve of the choices made. I think. That we did, Mel. That we did. Oh, loads of quotes. As I said when I replied to Fafi, I must have been in such a strange state. The evenings have been quite challenging at home. And I think next week's evening streams, NJ will be in the house, and she's been poorly, but my energy's been low, my pain's been high, which can either result in me wanting to hide away from the world, or I just lose control of being able to think, which apparently leads to all sorts of hilarity. Reading the quotes from today's stream. Getting those quotes to the stream does add something, doesn't it? Secrets on this server, as well as having my stream up. Oh, Secret, if you can hear me over how you're playing, do you know if the revised Shroud quest is going to happen? I've totally forgotten about that incoming to deal with Rogan the Butcher. I woke up. There you go, Faffy. Your quotes are encouraging people to come along to a stream. You can't do better than that, can you? Right, so his hideout is way up here. Which, incidentally, is close to one of the objectives for a GSI mission. Yeah, I wasn't sure either, Secret, because usually it would be DM'd the day before, so I had to presume it wasn't. Quinny's just logged in. I can't do Twitter and stream at the same time. There's just far too much multitasking for my brain to cope with. We should be able to get in game while you're on Starforge. I might have to try and do a bit more Starforging then, after you always saying Starforging it across the galaxy or something like that. Work afternoons are not nearly far enough along. This is the problem with trying to have, people have different time zones and different availabilities. Somebody said, as I live in New Zealand, can you try and do a Friday stream? But because I'm trying to work towards Monday, Thursday, Saturday, I shouldn't really do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I will be shattered. That's why. Fair enough, Secret. Yes, what will happen is the stream is available on Twitch for quite a while after the stream, but as an affiliate, not that I earn loads through it, but as an affiliate, you're supposed to give Twitch exclusive access for 24 hours, so I can't upload this Smuggler Saturday stream until tomorrow, and as I don't do productivity on Sundays, it'll be Monday at the earliest this will go up. I want to do the killing. I want to do the thugs with a Kavi, but I need to do the scene with Rogan with Risha. There we go. Search the room for the door switch. I think this is the door switch, if I remember right. Yeah. I don't know how big's this base. Not all that big. So we'll take out any mobs with a Kavi. Is this the base that is used for an Imperial Heroic? Where there's Mandalorians full of it? Or am I getting confused? I thought I had there's one key that's not the same on Kathir that is here. Thermal grenade I've got in the wrong switch on Kathir. I was getting my fingers muddled up, wondering why can't I throw a grenade? Spoilers. What is there anything? I mean, the Lotro one. I don't think you can really. There aren't any spoilers in the Lotro one, are there? There's another ability that's not in the same place on Kathir compared to. I need to actually compare both these because there's some abilities that ought to be moved around. Are there any spoilers in Lotro? Didn't think there were. There's no bonus for killing as many Rogan's men as possible, but if we're gonna make progress on the Akavi kill achievement, we may as well take out as many as we can. Oh, hello. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, then don't watch the stream back until you've played the content then, Faffy. Just reminded me to take a picture of Minstrel's interface from the Minstrel. Yes, I've had to do that when I've because I prefer things to be in the same location. In fact, what I want to do in LOTRO, interestingly, I've adjusted my UI in the Old Republic to mirror something from LOTRO, i.e. in the top right hand corner. I put the map, but I also in LOTRO want to use what I've done in the Old Republic and do this middle section like this. It involves relearning, unlearning what I have learned a little bit. Well, actually, with us, the stream for LOTRO, we're not actually doing epic questing in LOTRO because at this level the epic doesn't go through Evendim. There used to, I'm pretty sure there used to be a bonus in here for killing tech heavies. Oh, there is. Just got to kill one first. There we go. Yep, Mel got that gold mob reference before I did. Keep catching the character key. Fair enough. Oh, Menoras, did you want to watch the end of this stream because it'll be a spoiler for you? Or not? That's your call. Tech heavies. That's how I got into the game, through music. Well, fair enough. I think the Old Republic could learn from LOTRO in terms of giving it tools where it can provide some of the user engagement. You know, like the fact that with LOTRO you can create plugins that can't change how the game functions per se, but gives you extra functionality within the game. It's a very restricted API that LOTRO gives, but it enables a bit of customization. And also the music system enables players to put on concerts for other players, which is just an awesome feature to have. Okay, Menoras, that's fine then, as long as I'm not spoiling stuff for you. Or at least I'm playing it way before you'll get to it and therefore you'll have forgotten it by then. That's alright too. It's my friends and my guild mates that kept me in the Old Republic at a time when I was getting really annoyed with everything being Kotfi Kotet. I've refound replaying class stories good. And it was being part of a kin that initially kept me in LOTRO. And now I don't want to leave, so I won't be leaving either of these games anytime soon, at least. There's plenty for me to do, and I say with friends in both games. Now I need Risha. I remembered. Yay.
Later.
Later.
Let's do this. It's not as bad.
Taffet's very, very good at music. That's awesome. Right, Rogan.
Does this make you proud? You fooled the
Excuse me.
Republic into drowning you in honors while you fetch and heal for the Empire. Maybe you'll kill me, but not before I show the galaxy that you're a traitor.
You're the one who kidnapped senators at the Void Wolf's request.
There's no one here to listen to your lies.
Yeah, a Sith. I guess to shoot another Sith.
Joke's on you.
What joke?
You're awfully trusting, Captain. A man helps you once so you can trust him forever. A woman gets selected so she'll be loyal to the office. See what your patrons are saying now.
Once that idiot captain takes out Rogan, the rest of the gangs will fold. We'll have the whole underworld locked up.
Then the Void Wolf will keep his promise? When the Empire wins, I'll have a planet of my own?
I never got to thank you for rescuing them from Rogan at Port Nowhere.
Next time I see those two, there won't be enough left of them to smear on a sandwich.
I never thought you'd survive the King's ransom. But it was awful good-hearted of you to clear Rogan out of my way.
Darmus and Dodonna knew Rogan was getting close to the Void Wolf. That's why they set you on him.
Now there's no one left to stand against me.
What's...
Since I'm dead anyway, what are you doing once you own the underworld? Gangsters make notoriously bad slaves.
He's put together a pirate fleet. The Republic expects an attack from outside, not from gangs within their borders.
Jane, SWTOR, finish this off.
You were duped. Doesn't raise my opinion of you, but it does put us on the same side. I'll get your back, you get mine.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Oh, before I do this, I missed stuff in chat. Yeah, I ended up coming onto the American server because of the DVL event as well. End up in Kaylin's, if she's still in, yeah, Andrew Kaylin's, and Ian, who's in chat at the moment, in their guild. They've been good friends for long before I actually came onto this server, but it meant I was able to get all the legacy achievements to unlock various things in the DVL event. I've still got a couple of characters I created, maybe 3, in that event. So yeah. Right, so we've just worked out that I'm an idiot captain, and the Republic and Empire people, allegedly, are against me. So do I want to deal with Rogan? Heck yes.
I don't trust you, but I don't think you're smart enough to do all this to trick me.
Apparently it doesn't take that much.
How touching.
Too
bad it ends here.
Oh, they've got such squeaky voices for Sithies. Oh, is one of those shielded? Yes. Where's the other one? Why can't it select it? There we go. Now we can take the other one.
I'm man enough to admit you saved my life. Guess that's worth a ship full of blasters.
You think?
You win. I'm just glad all the good you did the Republic was real and not another setup.
If we'd known the truth, maybe we could have teamed up sooner.
Don't think this means I'll be giving the toast at your wedding or anything. Beyond you and me, the Void Wolf's got most of the galactic underworld working for him or running scared. He needs to go down, and I'm too old to do it. but I'll give you any weapons you need out of my personal vault.
Not that I'm turning down free stuff, but does that do me any good if we can't find the scum?
The Void Wolf's flagship is at Corellia. He was part of the plot to force its government to sell out to the Empire. My guess is Darmus and Dodonha are with him. You want to chase them, I can put you in touch with Correo, a fence I work with. Glad I never managed to knock you off.
Words you never thought you'd hear him say. Cool, and that brings us neatly then to... we've still got to do a mission at some point, but that brings us neatly to start Corellia next time. So, I think to be sensible, it would be best if maybe I called it a day there. We got quite a lot done with both Umbara and Capero done. Thanks so much, people, for chatting and coming along to a bit more of an unusual Smuggler Saturday. Back to the chilled class and planetary arc stuff next time round. I've never tried to do Corellia in 3 hours. I know if you do all the missions on Corellia, it can take you 6 hours plus. We won't be doing that. We'll just be doing purples. So yes, I should try and head off now. But yeah, thank you people for coming by. My next planned stream will be Thursday evening, which will be Lotro. I may possibly do an unplanned stream, depending on how things in the house go. It is Lotro family's first birthday next week. It's technically Wednesday. I don't think I'll be able to stream on Wednesday. But between myself and Nel Nardis, we're compiling gift boxes to give away to people. So if you're a Lotro player, keep your eye on Lotro Family's Twitter stream. We've got gifts for most servers now. So next week will be a week-long celebration, basically. I will upload this stream to YouTube after the weekend, so people can catch it back. And sorry you've missed so much of it, Mel, but hopefully we can catch up next week. And of course, eventually Siani will end up at Capero as well, so we will get there. But hey, I'm going to head off and rest, so look after yourselves, people. Thanks so much for joining, and as this is the Old Republic, may the Force be with you, may it make you strong, and I'll see you next week. Take care, bye.